Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in.
Oh.
Cheers, guys.
Pop my eye out.
I was going to say, pull your thumb out your ass and let's get going.
That was a strange noise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From today's drink, Cidre. They're strong now.
Yeah, they're good. There's still, I still pronounce it cider, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I speak a little bit of French.
All right, well, let's kick this episode off. I wanted to start this one by talking about a topic that has made the rounds in the past few weeks. So initially, a couple months ago, Ole Gunnar Solsjkaer was complaining, saying that they were set up by the authorities, that they had to play the 12:30 UK time kickoff. Yeah. Notable mention, United getting knocked out, which was nice. But yeah, and then Klopp's come out the other week and said the same thing. Like, they're playing in Europe Wednesday night, and then they're playing first thing Saturday morning, and they're arguing that a few extra hours on that Saturday would make the world of difference. So we can get into the topic, and I want to hear your input as well, because obviously there's games you played within that time period, and does it really make that much of a difference, the few hours?
I don't believe it does, mate. We always had, around Christmas and Easter time, it would always be, I don't know, maybe four games in 8 days or 9 days or whatever it was. But it wasn't for the whole season. I understand where he's coming from. He can't fix it.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to shift it or fix it. So he's just got to shut up and get on with it. You know, he's got an abnormal amount of injuries. Other clubs have got injuries, but I think they're a little bit hit harder than most.
Who's this, Klopp?
Yeah.
Sorry? Okay. Yeah, Liverpool. And you know...
That many injuries?
Yeah.
Well...
What, just...
It's City...
Even Alisson pulled a hamstring, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my point is, the whole time he's been playing the same starting 11 the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, well, that's another point. That's another point as well.
So
okay.
Don't get to bitch him more.
If you do want to play your best 11 and they're going to be out there, you can't say, let's have less games for them to be at their best. You know, they qualified for the Champions League. They're going to get extra money being in the Champions League. Is it the amount of games, or is it just the time thing?
Yeah.
Is the time thing just an excuse for him to have a go at the broadcasting companies? You know, they get enough money off them, so does everybody.
Yeah.
You know, they get the extra money being in the Champions League. And the points that, you know, Robbie Earle and Robbie Mustone make is, you know, take that money away and then you can't afford to buy these players.
Yeah.
So you can't be blaming the broker. He's trying to say, yeah, we signed a contract, but now that the world's changed and the season changed, so why can't the contract change? Well, why should it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It is different. It is a strange season. It's been a weird year. Just got to make the best of it, you know. The finishing of last season wasn't ideal. The pre-season time that they had wasn't ideal. The beginning of the next season and playing Champions League every midweek, you know, get knocked out or, you know, put your youngsters in.
Yeah.
Put your youngsters in if you don't want it.
Yeah, like he did in, what was it, the FA Cup?
Like in the Carabao Cup, yeah.
Against Aston Villa.
Villa and got stuffed 5-1. So just use your squad that you've got. You've got players that they're probably sending in players out on loan all over the gaff. Yeah, the young players.
It's like they're not considering the international tournaments as well. Like they're trying to spread out all these games when all these games need to be condensed.
Well,
it used to be that the top teams had the most international players, and that they suffered because they went for international league. Now everybody's an international.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there's anybody left at home these days from any club, is there?
Americ Laporte.
Yeah,
that was
that was one I wouldn't say.
I know, yeah, it's a note I've got for when we get to City actually, but yeah, just back to, I mean, it's a byproduct of being a successful team because they do it for broadcasting times, don't they? That 12:30 time in England sort of fits the whole world, and it's a global sport. Man United and Liverpool are global names. They wouldn't have the fan base they had if they weren't available for these. I mean, they do it at the UFC as well. I mean, when Khabib fought, the lightweight champion, or was the lightweight champion, they appealed to the Russian audience because he's Russian. So it was like 12:30. It was like noon our time. They move it around. It's just the broadcasters are paying the big money. So you're going to have to appeal to their markets. I mean, it just.
What do you want them to do? Do you want them to give you the big cash and then them not have any say with what they get in return?
Yeah.
It's all been done in the contracts. And I can understand this gripe. Well, get on with it.
Yeah. And surprisingly, too, the teams right now, I've seen the stat on Liverpool, and I'm sure it's similar for other teams, they're actually playing the same amount of games there's actually the same amount of days per game as any other season. So I know there is obviously other things going on, and there's all these injuries. And
Caesar's starting 11 tied.
Well, where are they? Are they sitting second in the league, and they won the group in the Champions League?
Yeah.
Not doing too bad, are they?
Yeah.
Hey?
He
was moaning about that. What did he expect? To be like 10 points clear already?
Yeah, probably.
Well, that's another pressure on them, isn't it? They've got to follow up last season.
Yeah.
Which is what happens when you go and win the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Everybody's gunning for you now. They've got a target on the back. It took them 30 years. They've got one. Don't get carried away,
Mm. I mean, look how well City did last year, and I felt down once I'd realised Liverpool had taken it. And you want to make all these excuses, and you want to say Laporte's out, De Bruyne's out, you want to say Aguero's out, but they can't win it every single year, No,
but when you're up there, there's something that comes with winning. It's like a feeling of invincibility, And until it hits you in the face, you don't want to believe that you're not going to do the same again.
Yeah.
No, you get that feeling around the club because that's what all the talk was. And don't get me wrong, I like Liverpool, and a lot of Evertonians, maybe Manchester people won't like that. But growing up there and going and watching them as a kid, I always had an affinity. Your granddad and your Uncle John were big Liverpool fans, and
yeah, that's why I'm surprised you don't care for them.
I mean, it's just if you're.
I think that's the rivalry with him now, the fact that it is City and Liverpool.
Yeah, if you're an Arsenal or a Chelsea fan, it's not too big a deal, is it?
See, this is what I'm going to do next week when he loses. I'm just going to buy a Liverpool.
Yeah, that would be worse. Chelsea. Actually, we didn't address it, did we? I did lose.
Well, he might as well just keep Chelsea.
That's why.
I lost again by one single point.
That's all it takes, mate.
Yeah,
it's a game of inches.
Yeah. But even worse, you've got an England shirt on, so... What do you like, Southgate or something?
No, I've said this like 5 times, but I'm very proud that I didn't end up getting Maguire on this.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah. I mean,
with pride now.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the point is really, I think it's, the whole game time thing. I mean, so do those few hours, if you were to play 3 or 5 hours after... the mid-afternoon or the evening time.
I honestly believe, mate, that he's clutching at straws a little bit. Because if it's just a matter of hours, then you can't blame them matter of hours, them injuries on them matter of hours.
Yeah.
And look, everybody's in a weird scenario. It could be worse. You could be Sheffield United.
Yeah.
What would you rather be?
Yeah.
Hey? Lost 10 games already.
Yeah.
Frightening. I know they're not in the Champions League,
but the worst start ever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
worst start ever. I think you're right though. It's the pressure of last season, and also he's obviously, if you've done so well the season before and you're not on that track, then you're on a downtrend. You've peaked. There could be another peak. There probably will be with Klopp. He's a phenomenal manager, but you're not. It's like it's.
It won't be last season though, will it? I mean,
no.
The thing about here already that it can't be like last season.
Yeah.
No matter, even if they start running away with it now, it's still, it still can't be like that.
Yeah.
There's that many strange results coming up, and you look, who'd have thought Sheffield United would be down there and only, what have they got? 1 point, 1 draw.
Yeah, and
10 losses.
And on the flip side, Southampton's sitting in 5th.
Well, you know what? For me, I like that. And I like what he's done there.
Yeah.
We've talked about the 9-0. He turned it round after the 9-0 home drubbing by Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
And And this is what happens when you keep faith in a manager as well. So maybe lessons to be learned there as well, you know?
Yeah.
You know, they stuck by him, and his brand of football, he's got a good mix in his squad. And when I've watched them, and when we've done the predictor, I've fancied them to win games, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I had that exact score, didn't I?
You did. What was it?
2-1 at Brighton.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
That got me top of the league again.
It did, yeah.
Again.
But you didn't have Palace winning 5-1, did you?
No, I didn't. Or Slav again.
Yeah.
Shit. That's not. I mean, they had a man sent off as well, didn't he?
I think
West
so.
Brom did, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, 40th something minute.
Oh, Pereira it was.
Yeah,
I think it was 2 yellows.
in the 34th. No, it was a straight red.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. At 1-1. It was 1-1 at that point.
1-1. So maybe you got a little bit unlucky there, because Palace are that type of team that I don't normally fancy them, you know. And even when they're playing their home and I think they might win, I'm always looking at a 1-0.
Yeah.
I do think they'll beat Tottenham at the weekend, though.
You think so?
I will have them beating Tottenham 1-0 again, yeah.
All right, well, maybe I can get back in it next week then. I think...
I started to look at my results and switch them round. I started to look at them, think what I would have done, and do the opposite.
Yeah.
Some of them anyway.
That's a good tactic. I said, and I'm probably contradicting things I've said in previous episodes, but again...
Probably.
Yeah. Who knows with the beer, you know? I think I could see Tottenham winning the league.
Nah.
It's
wow.
I knew that was gonna.
It's still Chelsea.
It's definitely not Chelsea.
It's definitely.
It could be Chelsea,
yeah,
but
it's definitely Chelsea have a chance.
Well, it's not Aston Villa.
No, but here's the thing: Mourinho's a winner, isn't he? I mean, you can't deny.
Oh, God!
He's definitely lost more than he's won.
To watch though.
He's won it.
Did you see it? Did you see a team as bad as Arsenal
Oh, terrible!
dominate you like that?
Yeah.
Second half,
45 minutes. It was actually more than 45 minutes because it started before the first half.
Let me just
came back out in them.
Yeah, but let me just bring up some stats about Arsenal real quick while we're on it as well.
How long ago did I say it's a false dawn? They're a shit team.
Last episode.
Arteta hasn't turned it round.
Yeah.
He really hasn't got. He really, mate. Xhaka, the left back. It does my friggin' head. No wonder they don't get any proper service.
Yeah.
Because he's never in the place where he should be, and he never goes forward. I think one of the commentators says, "Oh, somebody closed him down and forced him to go backwards." You don't force him to go backwards. You stop him going backwards.
Yeah.
That's where he wants to go first and foremost. He'll pass it back and point forward for somebody else to go forward, and it does my head in. And while he keeps playing him, I've got no. I like him as a person. I loved him as a player, and the fact that his City connection was great. But I can't see what he's doing. I really can't. I got Lacazette dropping in, even chasing back and defending. No wonder you're not scoring goals.
Yeah.
Aubameyang's not scoring now. What's happened there? Whether the confidence has dried up, I don't know. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was at the back and in the midfield, and he's still got them. They've solidified a little bit. Gabriel at the back isn't bad, you know.
Yeah, he's decent.
It's brought him in.
Yeah.
And he was even bombing forwards. That's how bad Tottenham were. That's how much Jose parked the bus. But when you look at it, he's gone City, Chelsea, and then Arsenal. Three. I can't even call Arsenal a big game, but that's for the sake of the telly, like we said.
Yeah.
Three big games.
Yeah.
You know, the performances were fucking horrendous.
But that's the
I'm
thing.
saying horrendous.
He could have beat those three teams with a different strategy just because of how shit all three of them have been.
He's got no footballers. And they're talking on the telly about, he's got Højbjerg in there now.
He has a few.
I think having Xhaka and Ceballos.
Oh.
There's nothing coming from them.
Yeah.
Højbjerg was man of the match. For running around. He's everywhere. Brilliant. What did he create?
Yeah, but I think that's the type of tactic could win the league this season. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's great football. I'm just saying.
It worked for Leicester. It worked for Leicester.
Yeah.
But Tottenham today aren't Leicester then.
No.
Tottenham are expected to do well. They're expected to win stuff. And for me, they're expected to play football.
Yeah.
And no football. He's praising Harry Kane for the defensive work he does.
Yeah.
There was 11 players within 20 yards of their goal most of the second half.
Yeah.
Well, you're not always going to hit people on the break. You know what? Where he's going to struggle when somebody goes a goal up, and they're going to really struggle then because they won't know how to open up. They won't know how to play.
Yeah.
Then they'll be stuck in 1-0 defeats, or they'll try and open up and they'll get picked apart. By decent sides. They get picked apart by the likes of Southampton, by even Brighton, teams that play football.
I could see it, but he starts games like he's 2-0. He's like he's 1 or 2-0 up.
Well, that's because he has the likes of all it takes is Son to get injured.
Well, he got an early goal against City. He got an early goal against Arsenal. I don't even believe they looked like scoring at Chelsea, did they?
No, no one did.
But I can't have it. Oh, I'm proud of my players. They're all, they're not happy with a draw at Chelsea. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are?
Chelsea
okay, you're right. He is a winner. He is a winner. And we've said it in the past. I'm glad he came back. Glad he went to Spurs. But I thought he'd make Spurs play.
He doesn't make any team play. When he was at Chelsea, he basically had a back six with the 2 defensive midfielders tucking back.
Well, I thought he was unfortunate at Man U because he inherited a shithole of a dressing room.
Yeah.
With a lot of troublemakers, and it's still going on today, as we've seen.
Pogba's agent coming out saying he wants him.
What a joke, mate! The man is a joke. Well, both of them, him and his agent.
I think Pogba is a mid-level Premier League, a mid-table Premier League player.
Now you see the scummy thing he's done. He goes and gets a goal, right? He's not starting even.
Yeah.
He gets a goal and he jumps on it straight away.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Oh, something positive. It's the only positive he's had for God knows how long.
Yeah.
So now his agent sees the pound signs or the lira or the pesetas, wherever he thinks he's going to go, and they're talking about Real Madrid. I mean, look, right now, because Real Madrid are not the Real Madrid, it possibly could happen.
Yeah.
They'll
be looking at it more about a brand thing, won't they? Because there's still kids all over the world wearing Pogba shirts.
That's because the football's gone shit, mate.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
But I seen Barca the other day. Barca on Barca. It didn't look. You look at Griezmann, Pjanic.
Yeah.
Messi was still Messi.
Yeah.
He was still trying to run the show, and you got Ronaldo doing Ronaldo, touches the ball 3 times, scores 2 penalties.
You see the penalty as well, the first one? He's gone shoulder to shoulder with someone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he dove though, mate. I just think he was.
That's my point. I
think he was weaker than the pen. Yeah.
Exactly. How is this?
I mean, in the rules, shoulder to shoulder shouldn't be a penalty.
Yeah, but he goes down like a.
You shouldn't be penalised because you're the strongest.
No.
If you foul someone, it's different. But look, as De Bruyne said, nobody knows the rules anymore, mate.
Yeah.
Who knows? Did you see the ref, Man United's ref at Leipzig? He was I don't think I've seen a worse referee in my whole life.
Really?
I only caught.
They get another penalty as well.
It's weird because
I caught the game right after the penalty.
Every challenge was a yellow card, even when they won the ball.
Yeah.
Every challenge was a yellow card, mate. It just goes to show, and it's filtering in to our domestic game.
I thought the City games, the refs have been better in those than the Premier League refs. They haven't been caught in
the Champions League.
Yeah,
there is a couple of good foreign refs, though, mate.
No, he was for the first half. Then the second half, he lost control of the game.
In the Man United Leipzig.
No, in City against the one we watched together. City.
Porto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Porto.
Yeah.
And look, they're even saying Pogba got the second goal there. He won a header. It hit Harry Maguire's arm, and then a defender on the knee. And I'm not even sure if the goalie got that touched or not.
No, it did.
Did you?
I don't think it touched Maguire. It touched the defender's arm.
No, it hit Maguire on the arm, mate. He headed it down onto Maguire's arm, and then it hit the defender on the knee, and went in the roof of the net.
Did you see? Did you see the Premier League rejects or the Man United rejects today getting knocked out? Did you see Alexis Sanchez had a header and it's hit Pogba, Lukaku in the back of the head, and it was going in?
No, I didn't see that.
I
didn't get the Inter game today.
They got knocked out, didn't they? Finish 4th in the group.
They blew it, yeah. They blew it.
I don't like calling Sanchez a United reject.
Well, he was though. He is.
Did he say the first training session, he was like,
We were meant to sign him, and he's gone to United.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, he went for 50 grand a week extra, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Took the United
And
road.
didn't
He knew straight away.
Yeah.
He knew straight away, you know?
Yeah, he did come out I think after the first training session.
That could have been
You could tell.
City's best ever deal, that, not
Yeah.
signed.
That's
No,
true. But
no,
imagine what...
He would have done amazing for you.
Yeah. Who knows what Pep could have done for him.
You
know?
could tell he didn't want to play. Yeah, and then when he did want to play, he tried too much. You know, I don't want to back him too much, but...
No, I don't mind him, mate. I really don't mind.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that he went somewhere for 50 grand a week more.
Well,
Now,
that killed
50
his
grand a
career,
week,
didn't it?
50 grand a week when you're getting 100, 50 grand a week more when you're getting 100 grand is different. 50 grand a week more when you're getting 300 or 350 is not that big a deal, man.
No.
Imagine if he had a goal bonus in it as well. He's never going to get goals at United.
Yeah.
Well
And that
just
would
get
make up for the
a
50
game
grand.
bonus. Getting on the field bonus.
Yeah.
He still wouldn't have earned any more.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I didn't get the Europa Cup final I was looking for, did I?
No.
Real Madrid went through.
I know, yeah.
And I heard Jose today complaining that, and he's got a point, hasn't he? I don't believe if you get knocked out of one tournament, you should go into another one.
I agree.
I'm
But
he's
a bit biased, isn't he? Because now he's got these.
Because he's never been knocked out, and he's always made the last 16 with his teams.
Well, I'm saying too because he's in the Europa League right now, so he's got all these Champions League pedigree teams.
I'd love to see them draw them. I'd love to see Tottenham get United.
Yeah. Oh, they can't, can they? Though in the last 16.
Oh, they can't.
Because it's
They
English.
must have to at some stage if they get through.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it works the same. You know, in the Champions League when they draw the last 16, City can't get another English team in the next stage.
It might be after that, then, yeah.
Why? It's just the rule.
It might be after that, then. It might be the quarterfinals.
But I don't know how it works with when they drop down to Europa League. I'm sure it's the same, but that's always been the rule. You can't get a team in your.
You can get it in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, because there's no choice.
Yeah.
There's no. It's not a draw anymore.
Yeah.
But the round of 16 is a draw.
Oh, I hate when they mess with the rules like that.
That's always been the rule.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, but it's been the rule since 90 whatever.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So people would watch it, isn't it? The same reason why Champions League teams go in the Europa League.
Well, I think
more eyes on the games.
They mean I think they think it's meant to be a European tournament, and if it's if you get for some reason if you got Barca, Madrid, Liverpool, City, Chelsea. I mean, I think that's all they.
Mate, it looked good going into the last game, didn't it? The 4 English teams were top of the groups.
Yeah.
And only one messed up.
Yeah. It was actually the first time City have won all their Champions League group games.
Was it? Might be the year.
Oh, there you go. I completely jinxed it right there.
Yeah.
Every City fan.
Didn't say anything else.
Yeah, I know. Every City fan.
Might be the year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. All right.
Things are looking up. Found a vaccine. Brilliant.
Did you? Where was it?
Yeah. He's in my drawer here. Got it now, look.
All right, so where do we want to go back to then?
Well, you got the West Ham Man United. I predicted a West Ham loss, didn't I?
Yeah.
I predicted 2-0.
You did. I had 2-1 West Ham.
I know, optimistic, mate, but I wasn't. Said last week I wasn't happy with the performance against Villa, mate. It was when I'm talking about Tottenham and the football being played. I felt like that with West Ham.
Yeah.
I was concerned. I mean, United as well with their away form. It was a little bit of a worrier for me. I actually tweeted, the performance has got to be better than the Villa for them to get any points.
Yeah.
And I hate being right when I think that they're going to get beat because it does my own head in, But I can't let my heart rule my head when I'm doing the predictions. So
yeah,
I just the first half was a little bit. They started okay. Souček another set piece really.
Mm-hmm.
If he's going to keep doing that, fair play. We've talked in the past. It doesn't get involved enough for me, but gets another goal. They go a goal up and collapse in the second half. Really.
Yeah.
You can't bed in and then all of a sudden when you've got to come out, be able to change your game. I know West Ham fans are disappointed with Haller again. He didn't start Antonio. I think he's protecting him a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, he's not long back, is he?
I don't know if you go into it thinking it's Man United and it's not so bad if we lose it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you go in with that mentality.
Yeah.
But they seemed a lot livelier in the first 15, 20 minutes than he was against Villa for the whole game.
Oh, Antonio's still out injured. That's what I'm thinking. That's why Antonio
Well, he started him the week before, didn't he? Brought him off at half-time, so...
Yeah.
I don't know whether he thought he just wasn't ready or he needs to work on his fitness himself rather than an injury. But, you know, they got away with it in the Villa game and it didn't look like they were going to. And, you know, United, I think, the 3 games they've lost, that they've all been at home, so I figured they were strong.
Yeah.
And I hate doing it because we're putting it out there for everyone to see, but like I said, you know, I've got to be honest. And I don't like being right.
Yeah, I mean the thing is too though with West Ham is like they've built up this cushion with the first tough part of the season. They just need to look at this like, okay, it's a loss. Head up, next game's a new game. You know.
I mean, I don't know also, and I'm just saying this off the top of my head now, and maybe some people won't be happy with this neither. But Moyes' contract's up at the end of the season.
Yeah,
and maybe it's a case of how high I finish. And not how pretty the football is. I'd like to think things are going to change because, you know, I think they've got away with a couple of results to Fulham, Sheffield United, you know, and the Villa, with not playing particularly good football or expansive football, as you might say.
I think that's
and when things start going against you, how do you now change that? Because you brought Lanzini on, and we'd spoken the weeks before about we're missing that creative spark in there. There's nobody really there getting a grip of the game or taking charge of a game and running the show, because even when you're playing like you are, just to keep the other team at bay for a certain length of time, you need to keep possession.
Yeah.
And if we're lumping it forward, we're not keeping possession. So it's just enticing them to come back at you.
Yeah,
and that's what happened with. I mean, look, you can say it was Pogba and Fernandes coming on because they did sort of rip them to shreds when they did come on. Well, Fernandes, I think, you know, he took charge of the game like Lanzini used to, or Lanzini would if he was the Lanzini that we know he can be.
Yeah.
But how now do you introduce him after defeat? They've got a tough game again at the weekend.
Leeds away, isn't it?
That's going to be attack.
Yeah.
Maybe it suit them then if they're going to be hitting them on the break, but it doesn't suit them as much when Antonio's not there.
Yeah. You need that pace, which, I mean...
It's Friday. They play Friday, don't they?
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for Leeds.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. But I think, you know, you say, is it a case of not playing good football and just finishing, you know, mid-table or wherever? I think that was always going to be the case with Moyes after the struggle last season. You know, like we've spoken before about how we want this creativity, and we've spoken about, you know, West Ham, not that you meant to have a second team, but they're obviously my second team, you know, growing up.
But they had better performances in that group of 6 games that we were worried about.
Yeah, they did, but
and I thought they were going to come out and play a little bit now.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to try and get on top of teams a little bit more and do well. And look, they're sitting 8th in the league, and it's higher than a lot of people would have expected for them. But like I say, sooner or later, that type of football is going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
And then it's difficult to change. I remember when we said after the Lanzini's equaliser at Tottenham, was that the time to reduce him again? And somebody even said on Twitter, what a stupid question that is.
Yeah.
He's just come on and scored a worldie from nowhere. You don't just bring them back in. But they were missing the point because they're fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Whoever it was, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah. You know, we didn't bother answering it on Twitter, whoever you are, but I think it was a West Ham fan as well, to tell you the truth. But all I'm saying is you need to have the option. You need the bit of both. And you're going to have to start again. That Tottenham goal might as well never have happened. Mm. He's now needing a Lanzini. He could have took them games just gone to bring him in, ease him in, and give him his confidence back. But and then again, maybe I'm wrong because I was the footballing type footballer, and I want to see that type of football. there's a lot of football in that sense. It's all football.
I just think, Moyes found the foundation of the way he wants to play and the way that he wants to play that's going to work. I would have liked to see a few more bricks added on top where he just hasn't touched it. He's thought this is stable.
Yeah. Options. I want to see him have options.
So when we put that poll on Twitter, it was overwhelmingly voted that Lanzini shouldn't start. But that would have been the first brick for me. I mean, I know he's not going to do that every game, but it's just a step in the right direction. It's a step. It's a progression, isn't it? It's like, okay, we've got our defense. We play a back five. Everybody knows that, And there's good moments when Cresswell plays as a second left back and overlaps Masuaku, and there's some creativity there. But it's just it's like
there. And on the other side, look, he's not as good as Masuaku, but
Soufal,
Soufal is looking to go on and get forward. I think the three at the back suits them.
It does, because it effectively becomes a back four, doesn't it? When Masuaku.
But you need creativity in that middle. Whether it's the two, Declan Rice and Souček, or whether it's just ahead of them.
Yeah.
And that's where Lanzini fits in if he's on form, and unfortunately he isn't. And you're never going to get that form if you're not getting out on the field.
Yeah.
And you're certainly not going to get it coming on against Man United when you just conceded and then gone a goal down and then 2 goals down.
Yeah.
And they was cut open a little bit too easy in my eyes in that second half. A little bit worrying.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm saying I'm worried when they're sitting 8th in the league, because it's better saying I'm worried when they're 3rd from bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. Then the real.
In fact, when you were 3rd from bottom, I said I wasn't worried.
Yeah. You had
when last season happened, I said I wasn't worried.
Confidence at the bottom.
Yeah, I was confident that they were staying.
Yeah.
But don't just want to fight. Don't just want to stay up every year. There's got to be that progression, Hey, it's going to be the transfer window. There's going to be another fight with the owners, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pogba. You know what? There's talk about maybe Eriksen. Go and steal Eriksen. I hear today Aaron Ramsey's not wanted at Juve, even though he played in the 3-0 win at Barca.
Ramsey's more realistic. I don't see Eriksen. Eriksen's still young.
I don't see Eriksen coming to West Ham.
Yeah.
But that's the type of creative player that if you can find one, maybe not that expensive, because they probably won't lay that much out. Especially the thing where David Moyes has got an issue is if he does keep them up there, I've got a feeling if he's top 10, they're going to offer him less money to spend.
Yeah.
There won't be that need.
There's no desperation.
To go and salvage a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but top 10, you get more exposure. You always see the top 10 of the league, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, look, it might be that they can look. The problem that they may have when you're top 10, you might be able to attract players because you're sitting top 10 in the Premier League. But because you're sitting top 10, the owners may think we don't need to splash out that much. We're okay with top 10. So may not give them the money.
Yeah, but you could just say what you were saying before. Like, he's probably whether he's thinking it himself or there's someone above him breathing down his neck saying, make it to top 10 and you get another year,
Here's what I'd be doing. I
wouldn't blame him. I honestly don't blame him.
That's when the manager's thinking about himself before. I'm not saying he is, but...
mate, that goes on everywhere. Everywhere. Players think like that.
That's
managers
shit,
that. Yeah. I mean, look, and in today's game, you only need 4 good years of getting paid what they get paid. And they're set for life. So, it's why there's really no loyalty anymore.
Well, it's funny. I was just going to mention Mesut Ozil, actually. And that's, perfect, isn't it? Not that West Ham can afford his wages, but he's the type...
Send him to Turkey.
Yeah.
There's talk about him going to Turkey.
He's actually Turkish, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think he was born in Turkey with German.
Yeah, there's talk today, I think, about going to Turkey. Just get him back playing football somewhere. I hate that. I hate watching talented players sitting on the side. And we said it with Bale, didn't we, for so long?
Yeah.
Where's your interest like? Just get them out playing football somewhere.
Yeah.
Go and play somewhere and get back in that shop window and get people talking about you and and dispel all the nastiness and all the negativity that surrounded you.
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of it by playing football. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Remember, Harry said to me when coming back from injury or another fight with him, whatever it was, playing in the reserves with the kids, and he said, he put me in on the Monday. He went, "Chris, your attitude is first class." I said, "It's got nothing to do with my attitude, H." I said, "I'm pulling a football shirt on, and I'm on a field with 22 players and a ball. It's a game of football, H. That's where my enthusiasm is. Don't believe I'm doing anything for you, or it's my, it's my attitude. It's a game of football."
Yeah.
I said then, if my mates at 55 years old come knocking on the door with a ball and said, "You're coming over the field to the game of footy," I'd go and have a game of footy.
Yeah.
That's the way the game should be for people.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I believe anyway. Maybe not everybody does.
Yeah, it's funny. I think Harry Redknapp was just trying to be nice, and you still wanted an argument with him. I think that's what that story, the moral of that story.
I'm good at that, son.
Yeah. Yeah, but like with the Bale and Ozil thing, like I know Ozil's probably not the right player for West Ham. He's the right type of player, like going off the Eriksen thing. But like if he wanted to play football, because it's a wage, it's almost like with Bale at least, it was a wage thing, wasn't it? Like no team could take on those wages. But if you wanted to play, you'd just say, okay, instead of getting 300,000 a week, I'd take two or 150.
He could have took a 50% cut and got what Alexis Sanchez got at Man United.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think either of them want to play. We have this conversation about Ozil all the time. I just,
Look, maybe I'm different, mate.
Well, I think they get ruined by teams. Arsenal ruined Ozil. Well, it was definitely somewhat Ozil's fault, but I do think Arsenal and some of the managers ruined him. Real Madrid definitely ruined Bale.
Yeah.
United.
Look. I think when you look at it, mate, they're classed as luxury players.
Mm-hmm.
And if things are going well, they look like world beaters, and if things aren't, they look like they don't care. Like they've never kicked the ball. Sometimes I'm not saying that was Bale as much, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but Ozil looks.
Yeah,
the body language for me, mate. The body language for me is it tells you everything. And when you see him strolling around with his head down, never breaking out of a jog, really. It's disappointing to watch. But when he's a World Cup winner,
But he's seeing that twice a day, five times out of the week before the game on Saturday. So he's had a shit week watching shit football, and then he knows he has to go do it in front of 60,000 people. I'm not trying to back him and say, you're bigger than the club and don't play out your skin every time, like you just said. You played for the shirt, but I feel I sympathise for them,
I wish I could find 3 years ago and put him in today's team.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, it's been lost.
Maybe it's just because creativity is the only thing I like about football anymore, and everything else is shit. That could be
80%.
I do just want to butt in and thank our sponsors. I want to thank our sponsors really quick before we move on to the next few games. 5 Pints In is brought to you by SportsVids. Listen, Christmas is approaching really fast, and if you're anything like me, you haven't bought anybody any gifts yet, and you're going to procrastinate. You're going to procrastinate until the last, 10 days. But the perfect gift you could buy someone is a custom video from one of the football legends like Ian Bishop, Tony Cottee, Shaun Goater, and other stars. You can order a video from them, give them a script. Maybe you include an inside joke for your friend. But it's the perfect Christmas gift, something they'll remember forever. It's unique. It's not a pair of socks that they're going to put on and lose in the dryer or something. It's a very unique gift. And there's also other stars on there. They've got Matt Tissier, Phil Thompson, Paul Merson. You can also order a pep talk or a team talk. We know the Christmas period's busy for all teams.
Pep talk, yeah.
Yeah, you can order a pep talk from Pep. Yeah. So, if you're looking for that gift idea and you're leaving it till last minute like I do, make sure you head on over to SportsVids. SportsVids, personalized video shoutouts from sporting heroes. Get yours now at sportsvids.com. That's sportzvidz.com. SportsVids. Get yours now. All right, so let's jump into the City Fulham game then. I mean, it's no 5-0 like against Burnley, but
No, it seems when it's used 2-0, they went 5-0, and when it's used 5-0, they went 2-0.
yeah.
But it was a cakewalk, mate, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
a stroll in the park again. I mean, look, I don't want to harp on about it, but we had been talking over the last few weeks about players falling down, and I wasn't happy with Raheem Sterling's theatrics, mate.
It was atrocious, yeah.
There has been contact, but then it's just off-putting when you see it. I mean,
it's just the way
if we're going to be honest and open and unbiased. I know it's our teams or whatever, but it still shouldn't happen, and I don't like to see it. And he's one of them players now that's up there in the public eye for other things that he's done, away from the field, and rightly so. But be a role model on the field as well, because that's where the kids see you more than anything.
Yeah,
they see you in your football kit. Act properly on the field. It's just it gets me, and I'm not going to go into it because I don't know many people that aren't doing it, and I think it's a responsibility of the players. We can say the refs are as fucking stupid as we want, or blind, or as just idiotic towards football,
Mm-hmm.
But the players don't help.
Yeah,
and they've got to take some of the responsibility.
It's also the players that aren't diving. How do you, like the very, very, the 1%?
like we were talking about Foden. You barely ever see Foden go down. Like he goes down if he's knocked down.
All right, yeah.
He doesn't go down like that though.
Yeah, but all right, a more experienced player. Not saying he's not experienced, but someone that actually does have years under the belt. How do they not run up to the, because they must do it in training and it must aggravate them. They must practice their diving somewhere.
I doubt they do it in training.
I can imagine.
You see footage of them do. They obviously don't do it as much. I mean, you see it if someone does like what they call it over here, the tabletop, where someone goes behind and I forgot they did it to like Cavani the other week or something. Where someone crouches behind, someone pushes him. He landed on his elbow and he started rolling around. It wasn't Cavani. I forgot what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I don't think they'd do that to Cavani, would they?
No, it wasn't Cavani, but it's someone that dives,
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you do it in training,
Yeah, well, maybe they don't do it in training. Maybe they just all know, and it's just a given that.
Well, I'm saying I've seen them do it in training. There's footage of the training session and they do it, Yeah,
but who are they doing it for in training?
Well, they get fouls in training now. When did that? When did that ever become a thing? If it was a foul, I think it's like a community needs to be like, all right, he could have killed him there, so put your hand on the ball and play backwards or something, and then get on.
Yeah.
But then you see him have penalties in training. I gotta stop watching teams training when I can.
I don't wait watch teams training, mate. Yeah. He's spying on training.
He's got his drone like Bielsa.
Yeah.
Flying above.
Did you see he named his squad for Friday?
This Friday?
Yeah.
He's done that before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. He names a squad like days before. It's like he's getting in the opponent's head, But Moyes is going to play the same.
West Ham, isn't it?
But it's also his regular starting 11, So
yeah, I don't know. He's just got a weird.
He plays his workers, doesn't he? He plays the ones who give their all.
Yeah,
he's not complaining about them playing too hard or playing too many games or don't. You better stop working a little bit and have a rest.
Yeah, No, he's not.
You talk to Leeds fans. I know a couple of lads down here, and he said that's what he's always been like. You give your all for him, you'll play every week.
Yeah,
and that's old school, isn't it?
That's what I was about to say.
Bring it back. Play to keep your place.
It's only the new managers complaining about this, isn't it?
It's what I think it should do. Cut the salaries, 20 grand a week, everybody, and then be different with their appearance money.
Yeah,
They're like the top players will get 200 grand appearance.
No, because then this is still going to go into like statistics where Sterling dives and he didn't give the ball away because he got a penalty and he scores the penalty, so then he gets an extra 20 grand for giving the ball away, essentially, you know.
Well, not only that, it's like, no, don't rest me. Boss, I don't want to rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you know you're getting left out.
But then
You're not getting rested or rotated. Say, no, Gaff, I don't want to rest. I want me 200 grand.
There'll be conflict in the dressing room. I'm behind on my rent. Can I please start next week?
I also don't think it's fair to compare Leeds, though, because they're not playing midweek European games, are they? So it's like...
But they're also playing harder teams. You know, Man City aren't playing a harder team in the Premier League. Yeah. They still have to play Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. You know,
that's a good point, that, Con.
Premier League, they just breeze through.
Yeah.
It's a good point, though.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure nobody goes out to rest. You don't say, oh, yeah. See, that's what's always got me when players are coming back or when they want to rest them. They'll leave them off till the second half. Why don't you get them on in the first half? Let them get you ahead and then take them off.
Yeah.
You know? And leave them on the bench when the rest of them and bring them on when the game's not going properly for them.
Yeah, I suppose, though, if you only want to give them 20 minutes, if you took them off after 20 minutes, it would disrupt the flow of things really early, wouldn't it?
Well, then you say to your team, go at them and go at them and go and get yourself a goal, 2 goals up, and I can take them off.
Yeah.
I'm sure whoever you're going to start is going to be good enough anyway.
Yeah.
Especially the top teams. And it's normally the top teams that do it.
But also... Another thing too, then they're using a substitution. Whereas if they were desperate for that third sub, they wouldn't bring that last player on for the 20 minutes if they needed to. You know,
how many players do you see get injured in the warm up? Never mind the first.
Only Pulisic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Only him. It's all right. We got another 200.
I don't know. I don't know anyone else. Do you? Do you know anyone?
Everyone's been.
I think you see it once every couple of months, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, definitely Liverpool.
I'm pretty sure Arsenal have been in there like quite a few times.
Have a hamstring. Yeah, the mascot.
Yeah.
You mean Ozil?
There's an Ozil in the mascot's outfit.
Yeah. So let's move on. Your two teams played each other on Saturday. 3-1 Chelsea against Leeds.
Are Leeds my team?
They're your second.
Probably
team.
far this year, so it makes them your team.
Yeah, I mean,
you supported them until you were what, 4 or 5?
No, I mean, I loved that team as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved them. I definitely always wanted them to do well.
Played well, mate, Leeds. Played well.
Yeah.
You know, they're not far off. When you look now and you look at Tottenham and Chelsea top of the league and you're still saying you think Chelsea could win it, I don't think there's much difference between the teams. I don't think Leeds, especially, I don't think there's much difference.
There is. Leeds looked all right, but Chelsea win that game.
Right, they could. In all the games I've seen Leeds, they could have gone 3 or 4 up before anybody scored.
Yeah, there's not 11.
Yeah, but no, in the Chelsea game, it was due to Chelsea's own fault. Like we still have Zuma back there, you know, and it's like he scores great headers like he did, and he does score that like in crucial games, you know. Never mind in a game like that, and he does get like that Cristiano Ronaldo height where it's ridiculous, where he would win that header over any team in any competition, but he's not the best defender. He's not the best footballer, so you know, we're sacrificing too much.
You're just scoring goals, though, mate. That's the thing.
But that's the thing. We can't.
You still would have scored 3 against Leeds, even if they'd have got 3 or 4.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, I know we've had a bad couple of years, but we're a Champions League team. I don't care what anyone says. We're not trying to like win over.
But you just won your group as well. You just won your group, so you.
Yeah, but we either get the worst group or we get the easiest group, and we still struggle in the easiest group sometimes. But we're like I was saying, we're not a Premier League team. We're not going out trying to win the Premier League. We may this season, but we're not with the likes of United over the last like 10 plus years. Even though we have won it, but United, City, Liverpool, Arsenal have been better than us. In some, I know, but
I think you're short change in Chelsea there.
Well, no, I'm just saying, no, it's because we get knocked out in the early knockout stages.
I'm talking about Premier. You're saying Premier League.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying, yeah, okay, but Yeah, sorry. I did
And you
say
just named
really
United
quick.
and Arsenal.
But all right, I did mean.
And Liverpool have only won it once.
I know, but Liverpool have been a better side the last couple of seasons, you know.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, like not the last 3 seasons, but they were a better side like 4 years ago or something like that.
Maybe a bit longer.
I still think I still think it's going to be Liverpool. Man City pulling away from in the second half of the season.
That's fine, but I just
pulling away from everyone else.
My point at Chelsea, I hate finishing 3rd, 4th, 5th every fucking year in the Premier League and then getting knocked out in the 16th, the round of 16, or the quarter final, or even the fucking group stages. It's the most dull experience as a football fan ever, because
it's like close but no cigar.
Exactly. You get to talk shit about most, but then you can't say it too loud.
Well, that's what
the better teams will hear.
That's what the
you
FA Cup and the League Cup are for.
Yeah.
For those teams to win.
Yeah.
You know.
But then
Arsenal.
For Arsenal, yeah, who we've drawn in the quarter final.
We have the deepest squad now of any Premier League team, and I think anywhere in Europe, to be fair.
Well, because of all the loanees coming back, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you're saying of quality players?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's any room for all the loanees to come back.
Honestly, I think I forgot who was saying it, but they switched out. They did 3 starting 11s.
Yeah.
And the third 11 was kind of bad, but it was still a Premier League worthy team.
But better than Arsenal.
No, the second starting 11 was.
I think where Chelsea really lack is in defence, though.
Yeah, but everyone does. But that's my point. Like, we just went and bought 7+ attackers, and it was blatantly obvious that we have the shittest defence in the league, you know?
I'm just gutted now. Rue's got 5 goals in his last 2 games. Because I was seeing a transfer window move to West Ham.
Well, I was, because I want him to do well. I want him to play football. Like I've said this before, Chelsea.
He said,
I like, we've always said we liked him anyway.
Yeah. He came out and said, didn't he?
I loved him at Arsenal.
But
mate.
he's
100%.
He's earned he earns a spot in France first of all, but he's earned a spot in Chelsea tenfold. I don't know what Tammy Abraham's doing, but I think he earned it before these 5 goals.
I like the fact that he stuck it out.
Yeah. It makes me like him even more.
And Frank's given him, the run out that he deserves.
He had to. He had to, you know. He played him in a throwaway game that he knew he was going to win.
You have that option that not many teams have when you play him. And going back to the old school centre forward. Yeah, when you see teams now, City to a certain extent, mate.
Yeah,
when they go around and around and around, and when people are packing the defence, it's hard to find them little gaps.
I mean, you missed Dzeko in those moments,
Yeah. Well, where's he at now? Still at Roma?
Yeah.
He's captain, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but other than like the likes of Dzeko, I think dropped a little bit. Lewandowski and Giroud, there's no other striker out there like that, you know.
Benzema
has it.
He scored the header today. Yeah, great header.
I'll tell you, he's also been in the most clutching team for the last. Haaland can do it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that. I think Haaland's better than all of them.
Ibra's doing it.
Ibra's still doing it, but I meant to say it as like he's the best. Forever. I know, he's the best that did it as the big man that could play like a little man. But all these, I considered him gone, but obviously he's doing what he's doing. But yeah, you're right, Haaland.
Yeah, hopefully a move to City in his future.
Just the Premier League.
Yeah, we'll see.
Real Madrid's the place to think, mate.
No.
I think he'll end up at Madrid.
I think with all the attraction to the Premier League, I mean...
Yeah, Hazard's going to come back. He's going to be like, I don't even know why I'm going to Madrid. And he'll probably go to City.
Yeah. I think that the age of Real Madrid being the...
I said this
before. The big...
They won the 3 Champions League in a row, which they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
They've been done. I think Messi stuck that final knife in, you know.
If Messi leaves, then I think
nailing. I think is what I was trying to say.
Or whatever your tool of choice is.
Yeah.
Well, there's also talk about if Zidane had lost today, that Pochettino may have came in.
Yeah.
And signed Dele Alli.
That would have been
Dele Alli for Real Madrid.
No, that would actually be terrible, because then you'd get in the England squad again. Just for that reason alone.
I watched that the Tottenham documentary on Amazon, and apparently Mourinho said Dele Alli's like the laziest in training, but apparently Alex Ferguson told him to sign him for United when he was at United. I mean, he's got talent, doesn't he? He's
Of course he does.
he could be. He's just like every other English number 10.
He's like that. He got in the limelight way too soon and then tried to ride it.
And then the glamour and all that shit. And
don't forget when
When
Pochettino was there, they played a different brand of football as well. So Mourinho's now going for workers, and if he sees him as being a little bit lazy, that's probably why. The biggest reason why he's not in there. He's not even in the squad.
No, well, look at Harry Kane. He's changed his game. Before. Yeah. Harry Kane's changed his game to suit Mourinho's style, or Mourinho's done it to Harry Kane.
That doesn't suit us English fans, does it?
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying, Kane's made the adjustment to play.
Or does it? I wouldn't mind winning the World Cup out Mourinho's.
I would.
I mean, you say that though.
That's how Chelsea. That's how Chelsea won the Champions League. So.
No, look. I want to be a fan again, mate. I don't have the affection for the people that's out there.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know, we say the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
I want to feel that affection for. I have it for a few players, but I don't have it for the team in general.
They don't get picked.
Yeah.
No, probably not. No.
You see, Greenwood after the United got knocked out.
No, what'd he do?
I don't know. I mean, he's a kid, so he was obviously really upset. But I was just staring at him, and I was like please, just go to Madrid or somewhere. You know, go to a better team and improve yourself for us.
Yeah.
You know. I don't think that's what he was thinking. But
no. But there's
he needs to leave United.
There's a poison there, and hopefully that transfer window. Well, I say hopefully. I don't mind if he stays because he's spoiling everything. But you know, the likes of Greenwood, Pogba's not the type of role model you need.
No.
Yeah, neither is Bruno Fernandes. Where he spends.
Maybe people who know him better will say different, and I have heard a couple of people say different. Not many, by the way, but
he's still done too much in the public to where it's unforgivable.
Well, doing that now, on the eve of that big game that you needed to get points from to qualify, it just shows what a greedy his agent is. To be honest with you,
it's
all about him. It's not about the club. You know,
it was like when Yaya Toure was leaving City, wasn't it? He saw he wasn't.
But look what Toure did for City. Like it's a little different.
No,
yeah,
I'm saying the way they went about it.
Yeah,
but that's agents.
These world-class players. Yeah, these agents are like their best friends, weren't they? World-class players see they're not wanted.
Yeah,
and they know they could produce it. Because I think Pogba is. I don't think he is a world-class player. I do think he is very talented and he should be playing Champions League every single season. He's better than United.
Mm-hmm.
But, he is ruining United right now.
Yeah.
And they're going about it the same way. They're just like, oh, I should be on...
But that's not a bad thing, is it?
It's good... Because it is United. If he was doing this at Chelsea,
if you looked at it, if you look at it as I mean, I love it, but like if you look at it as a neutral football fan, it's not right that he's having that impact on a team.
So what do you do if you're Solsjkaer? Do you play him against City at the weekend?
No, you don't. You grow some balls for once. And
I wouldn't have had him in. Once he'd said that, I wouldn't have had him in the squad. I would have had him out the dressing room.
Yeah, I just don't think Solskjaer is a choice. I mean, Solskjaer's on thin ice. He's just had his job sort of secured, but.
He left him out though, mate. Give him that.
Yeah.
He left him out after he'd come on and scored at West Ham. Yeah. He could have easily started him.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, but I would have just isolated him completely and just, made it.
I would as well. Yeah. Nobody needs that. And it doesn't look good as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
If that happened, you don't do anything about it. And yet he comes on and he's involved in the goal, which. They said he scored, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Well, City United Saturday. Looking forward to it. I'm predicting.
It's great that it's at Old Trafford, I think.
Yeah.
They've done a number on us at the Etihad over the last couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Bit of a number on us.
So I'm going 3-1 City. So don't steal that result from me and take my points.
I'm going to 2-1. I do think United will score.
Yeah.
But I think Sergio's got his goal, hasn't he, today?
Yeah.
It was like 2 yards. It was a little bit further out than Sterling's.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's the killer instinct that we miss when those balls land in that area, you know? He just knows. Yeah. He just knows where to be. He's just there, you know? It's just... I'm
just glad he's back out on the field, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Ake getting to that header was good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's bulked up, Aguero, as well. I don't know if you saw him.
Well, maybe he's just shrunk.
Just getting a bit wider.
Smaller. Sponge bobbed.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good to see him. And Stones looks confident as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll start him, no, mate. I don't think he'll start him.
No, probably Diaz, Laporte. But, I mean, it's good. It's just...
Played Ake left back today.
He did, yeah, and he looked good.
Yeah.
Ake, he's a hard worker, isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought Walker had a great game today as well. Yeah, just something about Stones on the ball, though. His confidence seems back. When he was messing up, but all it takes is one slip up. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but you know, it's good to see him. It's good to see him confident, even if it is against a team like Marseille. Like, you know.
Oh mate, you've got to do it. I mean, they're all Champions League players.
Yeah.
Still got to do it, you know.
Yeah, and I really want. I want Stones back in the England squad. I think he deserves it. You know, no, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying I think.
I had him in my lineup, mate, when we did the England lineup. So
yeah.
I think in my lineup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say real quick. 4-0.
4-0.
Okay.
It was either 4-0 or 2-0, but City are gonna absolutely dominate it.
I do believe if we score first, they'll crumble.
Yeah, that's my point.
So yeah. So we've got
absolutely crumble.
4-0, 2-1, 3-1.
I'm going 4-0.
All City.
That's what I'm doing. Hold on, mate.
I'm happy with it.
I need 2 in the first 20 minutes.
Let's start on Friday with a West Ham win.
Yeah.
Let's when we don't think they will.
Yeah.
Let them go there. I mean, Leeds let you play. Let's hope there's a lot of football played.
Yeah.
Both teams.
That and then Everton Chelsea after the City United game.
That's right, yeah.
Chelsea are gonna.
I fancy a Chelsea. No, I think I've done one each.
Yeah.
I think one each.
Well, we'll get those predictions out probably tomorrow or Friday before the West Ham game.
All right,
and we'll post them. But I do want to once again, unless there's anything else, did I just cut you off?
No.
I just want to thank our... You just did it again. I want to thank... I do want to thank our sponsors, SportsVids. If you're looking for that Christmas gift for a friend, you can send one of these football stars a script. You can choose from football legends like Ian Bishop, Tony Cottee, Shaun Goater, and other stars. Send them the script for your friend as a present, and they'll record a video, send it back.
Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, no, Pep Guardiola's not in there.
Yeah, if you have any advice for Pep Guardiola right now.
Yeah, exactly. But, it might just cheer someone up. It's a good way to cheer people up around the holidays. A lot of people have been, a bit down lately. So it's a good way to hear from their heroes. They've also got Matt Tissier, Phil Thompson, and Paul Merson. It's a great idea also for a birthday, wedding, special event, or even for just a bit of banter. It doesn't need to be a holiday gift. As SportsVids, personalized video shout-outs from sporting heroes. Get yours now at sportsvids.com. I do also want to thank our sponsors, Manscaped. They've just introduced the new Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer in the UK. It's just launched. They've also got the Lawnmower 3.0. They've sent us a bunch of the products, and they're great. They've got skin-safe technology, so you don't nick or cut yourself in your nose, ears, or downstairs. And you can get 20% off any of those products, plus free shipping with the code BISH, that's BISH, at manscaped.com. This is also a great stocking stuffer or holiday present for somebody. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code BISH at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code BISH. I do also want...
Don't you mean stock and filler?
What did I say?
Stock and stuffer. You mean turkey? You got mixed up with turkey stuffer and stock and filler.
No, they call them stock and stuffers over here. So stock and filler. Yeah.
What, in Orlando? Not down here in Delray, no?
No, stock and filler or stock and stuffer. You're making me question myself now.
All right. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. But also, guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. You can sign up for the email list at 5pintsin.com. We've also got merchandise, T-shirts available, which is also a great stocking filler, stuffer, whatever you call it. Go to 5pintsin.com/shop. Yeah, and if you're liking the...
Isn't a foot a stocking stuffer?
It's also a stocking filler, isn't it?
Don't know.
I don't know.
It's meant to be wear stockings.
Yeah. Maybe we'll take another half hour of the podcast to figure it out. All right, guys. It's great having a beer with you.
Yeah, cheers, son.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you next time.
Cheers, everyone.